let's just talk about his evolving story, because there was Biden in 2019, Joe Biden in 2019, claiming, despite the fact that he had a 12 to 16 hour ride over to Asia, to China, with his son on Air Force Two. Like, what did they talk about? Oh, have you seen the new, whatever, Avengers movie? No. He said he's never discussed Hunter's business dealings overseas. Never. Okay, he said that in 2019. Here it is.
Mr. Vice President, how many times have you ever spoken to your son about his overseas business dealings?
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings. I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period.
Do you stand by your statement that you did not discuss any of your son's overseas business dealings?
Yes, I stand by that statement.
Honestly, Peter, it's like they were sitting next to each other on Air Force Two, and he's like, "What are you doing here? What, Hunter?
Right.
Who let you on board? Why are you coming?"
Right. Yeah. Why are you on this plane, Hunter, with me on Air Force Two? Yeah. No, it's ridiculous on the surface of it, and the problem with with Joe Biden's denials is that Hunter Biden himself admitted to the New Yorker that he had discussed his business dealings, at least the Ukraine ones, with his father. And then, Megyn, you start looking at the Hunter Biden laptop, and you look at the email collection from one of Hunter Biden's business partners, a guy, Evan Cooney, who went to jail, gave us access to his Gmail account, just went into the Gmail account, and we're able to look around. And you find that there are numerous examples of Joe Biden, as vice president of the United States at the time, meeting with Hunter Biden's business partners. And so the question is, Megyn, Hunter Biden shows up in the White House with these foreign nationals from China or from Ukraine, and his father doesn't ask them who they are or why they're there. I mean, it's absurd. It's patently absurd. And this is part of the problem, I think, is that the media was not on this story. Joe Biden continually, I hate to use it, but it's true. He continually lied about the relationships that his son had and the fact that he did not discuss them with his son. And now we're at a point where the media is trying to play catch up. But the sitting president of the United States does have these entanglements. His family has these financial entanglements that include some, very troublesome figures in China and elsewhere.
Like, everybody is a troublesome figure. You've talked about that and written about that too. Everyone around Hunter Biden is a troublesome figure. I know you guys played on your podcast the game Criminal or Spy, right? Was that it? Criminal or Spy?
Right. Exactly. And yeah, it just, you look at the China deals and think about this in the context of the Cold War, Megyn. I'm certainly old enough to remember the Cold War. And imagine if Jimmy Carter's family or Ronald Reagan's family had done business deals with Russian businessmen linked to the KGB. There'd be alarm bells going off everywhere. If you look at the deals that we know that Hunter Biden and the Biden family got based on the laptop, based on the material that Senator Johnson's committee got from the Treasury Department, where it shows the actual transference of money, you're looking at $31 million. But the real troublesome factor is not just the money. Who made those deals happen? Or as my kids would say, who made it rain for the Bidens in China? And it becomes very clear these were not just random deals that Hunter stumbled on in Shanghai or Beijing. There are four businessmen that feature prominently in the email. And when you look at those businessmen, who they are, you look at public source information in China, in Hong Kong, and in the United States, you find out that all four of those businessmen in China who made the Biden deals happen have links to the highest levels of Chinese intelligence. That's not a random act. That indicates to me that this was an effort by Beijing in what they call elite capture. They're trying to forge these financial bonds with prominent American politicians, including the Bidens. And once they form that bond, it gives them leverage. And those politicians end up doing a lot of things that Beijing wants because of that leverage.
Okay, so we're going to get into all that because it's fascinating. But before we leave the Joe Biden denials, lies, as you say, I've never discussed the Hunter business deals. No one believes that. Then flash forward to one of the 2020 debates. And he couldn't even get his messaging straight there. First, he claimed it had changed from I've never discussed it to, well, I have never taken a penny. Look at me. I'm fine. I'm clean. Here's that soundbite 4.
I have not taken a penny from any foreign source ever in my life. I have not taken a single penny from any country whatsoever.
Okay, so then we went back to see, well, what did he say about Hunter? And the lies continued. Listen to what he said about Hunter, 2020 debate.
My son has not made money
Yeah.
in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about, China. I have not had, the only guy made money from China is this guy. He's the only one. Nobody else has made money from China.
My son has not made money from China. Let's start with that one.
Yeah, the money doesn't lie. This is, I think, the importance of what Senator Johnson's committee did, because he has subpoena power and he used it. And by the way, he deserves a lot of credit. This is kind of a thankless job in D.C. Nobody likes to pursue these kinds of issues because they're afraid it's going to blow back on somebody on their own side. But what they showed very clearly is based on the U.S. Treasury Department suspicious activity reports, which was money going into Hunter Biden's account, is that he was taking in millions of dollars from Chinese interests. So Joe Biden is flat out lying when he says that.
When was Hunter taking in the millions from China?
Well, we know based on the SARS that they started coming in 2016, 2017, and 2018. He also had a deal in place on that famous ride on Air Force Two in December of 2013. He was given a 10% ownership stake in a Chinese financial management company that was funded by the Chinese government. We know that stake was worth $20 million. Now, he sold that stake in 2021 after his father became president, but that's him receiving money in compensation as well. And here's the other thing, Megyn. When Joe Biden says, I've never taken a dime of foreign money, in a legal way, that's technically true, but he's also being deceptive here because what the emails show is that Hunter Biden was taking foreign money and Hunter Biden was paying some of his father's bills while he was vice president of the United States. He was paying some monthly bills, and he was also paying for things like renovations on his home in Delaware. So he may not have directly taken foreign money, but he was a beneficiary, a direct beneficiary of foreign money that his son was receiving while he was vice president of the United States.
So this is fascinating because you gleaned that, yes, in part from what Ron Johnson got, but also from the laptop in which the press had absolutely no interest other than to tell us to look away, to shield our eyes. It would be suppressed on Twitter, any discussion of it. And had the media been doing its job prior to the election, they would have seen what you've seen on the laptop, which proves there is a connection between the money Hunter's taking in and the way Joe Biden, the man who wanted to be president and won the election, was living. Who was paying his bills? Was it dirty money? Was it money from China? Was it money meant to exert influence? So to walk us through, you just referenced them in passing, but like what's on there that suggests Biden, the elder, was benefiting from the monies Hunter was taking in?
Well, Megyn, it comes in a couple of levels. First of all, there are some of the comments that Hunter makes. There's a message exchange that he has with his daughter. His daughter at the time is in her early 20s, and she's asking her father for money. Most parents are experiencing this when they have kids that age. And Hunter says to him, I don't have a lot of money to send you right now, but don't worry. When you get older, I'm not going to do to you what Pop, meaning Joe Biden, has me do, which is to give him half of my paycheck. That's a pretty blunt statement. It's probably a little bit of hyperbole, but there's evidence to show that that's actually true. I don't know that he's actually giving him half of his paycheck, but we know that there are monthly bills that he is paying. It's clear in the emails, and we know that there are renovations done to the home in Delaware. What we've been able to calculate, Megyn, based on sort of very explicit, non-cryptic financial transactions, that you're talking about tens of thousands of dollars that we can confirm. There's undoubtedly more. The emails also indicate that Joe and Hunter Biden, again, while Joe Biden is vice president of the United States, had a joint bank account. And the man that is handling Joe Biden's bank account, finances, taxes, et cetera, is a guy named Peter Schweizer, he's Hunter Biden's business partner. So you've got this merging of financial interests that's taking place. And of course, let's remember also, Megyn, that Hunter Biden's taking in money from China. He takes about $2 million of that and sends that to James Biden, who is Joe Biden's brother. We don't know if James Biden is also paying some of Joe Biden's bills. So this is crying out for attention. It is illegal, by the way, fundamentally illegal, according to federal law, for a politician to have their lifestyle subsidized by family members. They can buy them the occasional birthday gift or Christmas gift, but you cannot be paying their monthly bills with your business. That is flat out illegal. And that's what the Bidens were engaging in.
Black Rifle Coffee Company is a veteran-founded company serving premium coffee to people who love America. They develop their explosive roast profiles with the same mission focus learned as military members, serving this great country of ours. And in 2021, Black Rifle Coffee donated over 100,000 bags of coffee. That's over 2.1 million cups to first responders, law enforcement, and active duty military members. So you know that with every purchase you make, Black Rifle is going to give back. Black Rifle Coffee imports high-quality coffee beans from Colombia and Brazil, and they roast them 5 days a week at their facilities in Manchester, Tennessee and Salt Lake City, Utah, which means you get the freshest coffee possible no matter where you live. They've got us covered. The best way to enjoy Black Rifle's freedom-filled coffee is with the Black Rifle Coffee Club. When you join the club, your brew of choice is roasted, packaged, and shipped free to your door on your schedule. Buy it at blackriflecoffee.com. Use the code MK at checkout for 20% off your purchase and your first coffee club order. That's blackriflecoffee.com/MK. Use that code MK. Black Rifle Coffee, America's coffee. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.